Today, we're uncovering 15 secret investments used by old money families to build, protect, and multiply generational wealth through an old money mindset rooted in patience, discipline, and long-term thinking. These strategies reflect the old money style of preserving wealth quietly, not showing it off. And trust me, investment number 10, number 12, and especially number 14 will completely change how you think about money, stealth wealth, and the difference between old money versus new money. This is Review Daddy, and we study the rich, their quiet wealth habits, and the secrets behind lasting wealth so you don't have to. Let's begin with number 1. Number 1. Citizenship, the passport strategy. Most people see citizenship as a nationality. Wealthy families often see it as a financial asset. Certain jurisdictions offer tax incentives to attract investors and entrepreneurs. One famous example is Puerto Rico's Act 60 program, which has attracted high net worth individuals seeking favorable tax treatment while maintaining ties to the United States. Old money families often hold multiple residencies or citizenships because they understand that wealth is built through options and flexibility. This strategy is not about illegally avoiding taxes. It's about legally positioning yourself where opportunities are greatest. While most people focus on earning more money, the wealthy focus on preserving and multiplying wealth across generations. But if the wealthy can move themselves to create wealth, what happens when they start moving capital through real estate? Let's look at investment number 2. Number 2, real estate layers, the infinite return formula. Many wealthy investors don't simply buy property and wait. They buy distressed properties, renovate them, increase rental income, and then refinance based on the higher value. This strategy is known as BRRRR: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. After the 2008 housing crash, many investors acquired foreclosed homes at deep discounts. As values recovered, they refinanced and recovered much of their original capital while still owning the asset. The property continues generating cash flow while the investor redeploys the recovered funds into another deal. This allows $1 to work multiple times. Old money families love this strategy because it creates long-term wealth without attracting attention. But what if you could use the same concept not on buildings, but on entire businesses? That's where roll-ups come in. Number 3, roll-ups, turning small businesses into giants. A roll-up strategy involves buying multiple small businesses in the same industry and combining them into one larger company. The goal is simple. Larger businesses often sell for much higher valuations than smaller ones. A famous example is Wayne Huizenga, who built waste management by acquiring and consolidating numerous local waste collection companies. Private equity firms still use this strategy today in industries like healthcare, HVAC, accounting, and dental services. 10 small companies operating separately may be worth far less than one large company operating as a unified group. Old money investors understand that value can be created through consolidation, not just innovation. But some wealthy families don't stop at owning businesses. They go one step further and create their own insurance companies. Let's explore captive insurance. Number 4, captive insurance, becoming your own insurance company. One of the lesser-known strategies used by large corporations is captive insurance. A captive insurer is an insurance company owned by the business it insures. Instead of paying premiums to outside insurers, the business pays into its own insurance structure. Major corporations, such as Coca-Cola and Walmart, have historically used captive insurance arrangements as part of broader risk management strategies. The goal isn't simply tax planning, it's control. Companies can customize coverage, manage reserves, and potentially reduce insurance costs over time. This reflects a core old money principle. protect wealth before trying to grow it. For wealthy families, preserving capital is often just as important as creating it. But what if the wealthy could reduce taxes without creating insurance companies? That's where direct indexing comes in. Number 5, direct indexing, the tax strategy hidden inside the stock market. Most investors buy index funds. Wealthy investors often go further through a strategy called direct indexing. Instead of buying a single fund, they purchase many of the individual stocks within the index. This allows them to sell losing positions and use those losses to offset gains elsewhere. The strategy can improve after-tax returns and is increasingly offered by major wealth management firms. The wealthy understand that building wealth isn't only about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. And speaking of protection, check out Review Daddy 2016 Ghost Protocol for the Wealth, a practical guide on protecting your digital assets, online privacy, and wealth. Click the link in the description to get your copy today. But what if the wealthy could profit from energy without drilling a single barrel of oil? That's fuel infrastructure. Number 6, fuel infrastructure, profiting from the flow. Most people think wealth and energy comes from predicting oil prices. However, those with a strong wealth mindset often focus on infrastructure instead. Pipelines, storage facilities, and transportation networks that earn income whenever energy moves. A well-known example is Kinder Morgan, one of North America's largest pipeline operators. Its business relies on transportation and storage fees rather than commodity speculation. This reflects the old money mindset. Own systems that generate steady cash flow instead of chasing short-term gains. This approach supports generational wealth, quiet wealth, and long-term financial stability. The lesson is simple. Own essential assets that keep working for you. But what if wealth could be stored in places where taxes nearly disappear? That's where free ports come in. Number 7, free ports, the tax-free vaults of the wealthy. Free ports are secure storage zones where valuable assets like art, gold, and collectibles can be stored under special customs rules, often deferring or reducing taxes. One of the most famous examples is the Geneva Free Port in Switzerland, which has long been associated with high-value art storage and international collectors. For wealthy families, this is not just about storage, it's about control, privacy, and liquidity. Assets can sometimes be traded or used as collateral without physically leaving the facility, allowing wealth to stay active while remaining protected. This reflects a strong old money mindset. Keep assets secure, flexible, and quietly productive. Instead of showing wealth through a flashy luxury lifestyle, old money families often prefer silent structures that preserve value. But what if wealth could be built from funding legal battles instead of buying assets? That leads us to litigation finance. Number 8, litigation finance, profiting from lawsuits. Litigation finance is the practice of funding lawsuits in exchange for a share of the settlement or judgment. It allows investors to back legal claims the same way others back startups or real estate deals. A major real-world example is Burford Capital, a publicly traded company that funds large commercial lawsuits and earns returns when cases succeed. This industry has grown rapidly as legal systems increasingly allow third-party funding. The appeal lies in its low correlation with stock markets, offering diversification for portfolios focused on wealth mindset strategies and long-term generational wealth planning. However, it carries risk. Cases can fail, and timelines are unpredictable. Still, it reflects a key old money secret. Wealth often comes from identifying overlooked systems others ignore. But what if you could turn everyday savings into a private banking system? That's where whole life insurance comes in.